Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Vick Hason. This is another live. This is almost I can say almost, I don't know, maybe the 15th or the what? That 13th to 15th live of this YouTube channel, which is Vick Hason Talks, where we normally talk about interesting topics, majorly for our audience who are on the early 20 years of age, mid 20s, late 20s, and if we are lucky to have people who are on the again, it will be awesome. Okay, so today we have another interesting topic, as you have seen on the title. Maybe if you have not read the title so far, the thing that we're going to talk about today is 10 things or 10 points about money in a romantic relationship. Thank you so much for the one that has joined right. We have just started the live, so it's going to be interesting, it's going to be amazing, because we are going to discuss something that is so important, something that, you know, many of us go through, and they really don't think deeper on how it affects maybe their relationship or something else. So I'm not an expert, but I have experienced some of it, and I've also seen some of it, my friend going through, and also I've done some research, of which I have the 10 points that I'm going to share with you today. So again, feel free, if you support any point that I'm going to mention, that I'm going to discuss with you, and it will be awesome. Just say hi, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, because we normally do live, and we normally have a chat with young people like me, uh, through the topics, the topics that we, the topics that, the topics that we are going to experience, or we have already experienced. So, Mary Ndunge, hi. Hey, Mary, thank you so much. So this is the second time. Mary, I've seen you. Thank you so much. You know, I said we were going to build a community, and I hope it will be a nice and sweet journey as we build this community together. So I think you can just, I think we can just start, because again, I don't want those other people who are going to watch the live later, maybe let's say it is not right now, they may not like to see those long waiting moments, even if you who are watching me right now, you will not like to see those long waiting moments when you are going to watch the entire video now when I am uploading it on my YouTube channel. So I think we can start with the first point, because today, again, I'm not going to take a lot of your time. We are going live only for, I can say 20 to 25 minutes. So that is not like, you know, big, that is not like, what can I say? My English is so bad. I don't really know a lot of words that I can put in whatever that I'm saying. But let's kickstart with our first point. So these are the 10 truths about money in a romantic relationship. So first of all, before you go into a relationship with someone, you need to see how the pocket of that person, how the pocket of that guy, if you're a lady, how the pocket of that guy is, because you're not going to eat love in that relationship. Love is not going to feed you. So there need to be some financial agreement between you two, or maybe you need just to have financial discussion before you move in together, because that's where many problems starts to come into relationships, and then ruining everything. Okay, so we have points here that majorly focus on the money factor in a relationship. So any kind of thing that it can be talked about when it comes to money and romantic relationship, we are going to cover it today on this on this today's topic. So Lawrence Mwash says hello there. Hello, Lawrence Mambo. Yeah, so I think you can start. We can start with the first point, the first truth actually. So money reveals value. That is the first thing when it comes to, the first truth when it comes to money in romantic relationship. Money reveals value. What that means is between you two, the couples, the gent and the lady, there is one person who values stability and security. And then there is another one. Thank you, Lawrence. Good work. Thank you. And then there is another one who values lifestyle and, shopping and doing all those kind of money spending, for just making themselves happy. You see, so those are two different people. So one values stability and security, and another one values lifestyle and living a lavishly good life. So money will expose you to when it comes to relationship. And again, you need to understand each other so that the problem may be you too. Because if you realize your partner loves a lavish life and you understand it, then that will not be a problem. But if you don't understand, maybe you are a person who values security, you value stability, and then your partner doesn't care about any, anything about that, then that is where the problem may arise. But if both of you understand each other, then I believe you two will be in an agreement and there will not be any kind of problem that may arise in your relationship. So that is the first truth. Again, you can, just share with me if you agree with the point, if you agree with that truth, or maybe you disagree, and chat with me so that I can know what is your thought on that point. Let's go to the second truth about money in romantic relationships. So I have a list here. So the second one is financial transparency builds trust. What that means is when we are in a relationship, we are a couple, we need to be open to each other when it comes to whatever that we are going to do with our money. We don't need to have secrets when it comes to how we are going to use our money or what we normally do with our money. So if there is something that I'm planning to do with my money, then we need to share to each other. We need to be transparent to each other. So you need to know what I'm going to spend on my money, and I need also to know what you're going to spend with your money. So it is as simple as that. Financial transparency builds trust. We can build that trust now. So we can trust each other so that I can know my partner is not a spendthrift, someone who just go on and waste money. And also my partner can also know where I normally spend my money and how I normally spend my money. But if there is no that kind of transparency, there is no trust between me and you, then it simply means we are not going to trust each other, and that may result for a problem getting into our relationship. And that's how people break up, go separate ways. So that is the second truth about money in a romantic relationship. I don't know about you. Just share with me if you agree with that point. If we need to be transparent with our money to each other, or we are not supposed to be transparent with our money, because normally you may find people, if maybe I get a job, I may not reveal my salary to my partner, because maybe I may thought that my partner may want something from me. Maybe my partner may want, may use me to get the money. You see? So we need to have that transparency between the two of us. Let's go to the third truth about money in a romantic relationship. Thank you for those that are still joining. Just say hi, and tell me your thoughts on the points that I'm going to share today. So the third point about money in a romantic relationship is love alone doesn't solve money problems. So, and at this point is romantic feelings are powerful, yes, but they don't replace financial responsibility. This was the point that I had talked about it earlier, where I said that, when we get to a point whereby we live under the same roof, we need to think about the finances. How are we going to sustain our relationship? Because if there is no money in a relationship, if there is no money and you are two couples living under the same roof, then the financial responsibility may be a toll on you guys. You're not going to eat love, as many people say. So you need to have a discussion about financial responsibility. How are we going to finance this? Because being financially stable before even you two live under the same roof, that will make your love, your romantic relationship to be peaceful. But if we are not financially stable, then that means we cannot even live together, because what will be sustaining our staying? What are we going to eat? What are we going to spend? Maybe if you're going on a date, if you're going on a trip, if maybe you're visiting our family members, what are you bringing? So before there is a romantic relationship, first of all, you need to have financial discussions, and then see if see if we can sustain living with each other with our financial situation. Let's go to the fourth point. If I'm going speed, please tell me if I'm going speed. For those that are joining, we are discussing the 10 truths about money in a romantic relationship, and we have already covered three points, or three truths, and we are heading on our fourth point. So if you have anything to say, please, let's have a chat. Let's engage. I'll be happy if we engage. My chats are open to everyone, so just say even hi, and I'll appreciate it. Let's go to the fourth point. So the fourth point here is shared goals strengthen the relationship. So if we share a common goal, maybe we are planning to buy a house, maybe we are planning to build our parents a house, maybe we are planning to do something, maybe we are planning to buy a land, maybe we are planning to buy a car, maybe we are planning on a trip. If we share responsibility, we share those kind of things in our relationship, it will strengthen our relationship. Yeah, because now there we will have financial control. We will know how to control our relationship, our finances, sorry, if we have a common thing that we have planned together. You see, if we have a plan of buying a car, then that means we will have the same goals. We will have the same ways of approaching that goal of buying a car. Yeah, so sharing goals strengthens romantic relationship. That is point number 4. Again, sorry if you may hear spontaneous noises coming from different directions. Please bear with me, because again today we have company in the house. My nephew, he's here. He's 1 year old, and he likes crying a lot, if I may say. He's little, so, but there is someone checking him, so don't mind, because he will not be distracting our life. Let's go to the 5th point. Okay, so financial power imbalance can affect respect. Financial power imbalance can affect respect. So my wife, my girlfriend, okay, let's not go far beyond what we have not yet experienced. So okay, let me read the comment here. So Muskab Abdirahman says hi. That is a long name. Hi. That is a cool name. Hi, Muskab. Mskaba Birhaman. Niaje? I hope unasikia Kiswahili. I hope you know Swahili. Okay. So I said the point here is financial power imbalance can affect respect. So if let's say for example, if your boyfriend or your girlfriend has money more than you, do you really think that that can affect respect in your relationship? Just tell me yes or no on the chat so that I can know the votes. You know, if you think your girlfriend or your boyfriend having more money than you, it can affect maybe your relationship. Yeah, because according to me, if my girlfriend has or have more money than me, first of all, before even we become boyfriend and girlfriend, first of all, through the dating process, you should have known the kind of person that they are. So you should have known if they have more money, will they affect how we normally relate, you know? So at least you should have known the behavior. So for me, I think that point will go back on the dating process. So if you know your partner may be influenced by money to change the behavior and disrespecting you, you should have known that on the dating, and you will now be okay if that happens when you are already in a relationship, the boyfriend and girlfriend, or maybe the wife and husband. And so that really depends. But for mostly how normally it happens, if you have not communicated very properly, disrespect may happen. It doesn't matter whether it is the gent or the lady. If the lady has more money than the gent, she may start to disrespect the gent. Or maybe if the gent has more money than the lady, which normally it is that way in the society, more gents have more money than the lady, a few of them disrespect the lady, a few of them. Yeah, but the generally entirely, because men are supposed to have more money as it's supposed to be, then the disrespect side may lie so much on the ladies having more money than the man. Yeah. So again, you need to understand each other, you need to communicate well, you need to be in a relationship with someone who is understanding. Yeah. So that is the fifth point. Again, if you agree or disagree with that point, you can just tell me in the comment section and I'll appreciate it. Let's go to the sixth point. I said we were going live for 20 minutes to 25 and it's already 18. So we have approximately 7 minutes left. The sixth point here is spending habits matter more than income. So two high earners can still struggle if their spending habits are reckless. You know, so spending habits matter more than income. So how does that money factor affects the relationship? So if two high earners a couple that have good jobs, both of them have good jobs, the man and the lady have good jobs, and they normally spend their money recklessly, then that will hinder their relationship. And if two low earners, so a boyfriend and a girlfriend, or a wife and husband, they have jobs that does not pay that much, then and they know how to spend, so they are not spendthrifts, then that means their relationship will be more peaceful compared to those people that earn more and they spend recklessly. So again, checking on how you two use your money, it can be beneficial to the relationship. And that's point number 6. Let's go to point number 7. Financial compatibility is important. So just like personality compatibility, financial compatibility matters. If one partner is extremely frugal and the other extremely extravagant, the relationship requires strong communication and compromise to work smoothly. So you need, both of you need to, your financial status needs to be compatible. They need to go hand in hand. Yeah, they need to find a way of balance. You need to understand the income of your partner, and the other guy also needs to understand the income of the partner. And so financial situation, they need to be compatible. Yeah, that's the majorly that's the point there. And then the eighth point here is support during financial struggles builds stronger love. So true partnership shows during difficult financial moments. So you're living with someone, and then that someone loses the job, he or she is fired, maybe they got an accident, they cannot, they're going to be out of work for some time. So showing up at that at that moment for your partner, taking care of everything, that normally strengthen then the relationship. That is the money factor in a relationship. But if one partner cannot handle that kind of situation, then that means the relationship will be jeopardy. The relationship will not be okay if one partner cannot make the other partner survive when they faces a challenge. Then they will face a problem in their relationship. And then the ninth point here is money should serve the relationship, not control it. That is majorly what many people confuse, because many people who maybe you didn't even date, maybe you just moved in together. Majorly in that kind of relationship, money controls the relationship, does not serve the relationship. Yeah, because if you move with someone very quick, without even dating, without even knowing the person deeply, and that person has so much influence, like he or she is rich, then automatically they will use their money to control the relationship. They will not serve the relationship for it to survive, like you, to have, to living in harmony and to build a family that has a lot of meaning. So the dating process has a lot when it comes to building a good relationship in the future. Yeah. So money should serve the relationship, and money should not control the relationship. I believe so. If you disagree, just say no on the chats, and I'll be happy to engage. Let's go to the 10th and the last point of our today's live. So the 10th point here is money conflicts are often about emotions. So many arguments about money aren't really about the money. They are about security, fear, pride, control, or past experiences with finances. Understanding the emotional side of money can help couples resolve conflicts together. So money conflicts are often about emotions. So this is what you did in the past, and then it affected the relationship. Maybe what money is supposed to stand for something in a relationship when we are living together. So when it comes to fear, what do I fear? I fear that the landlord may lock the door for me if I don't pay the rent early on time. So that creates fear in me. So that is a money problem in a relationship, but it does not really lie on the money problem. It relies on emotion. So many money problems in a relationship are based on emotion. I fear. That's why there's a problem. I don't want the landlord to lock the door for me. And that is the whole point in that point. So if you kind of agree, or if you kind of support any point that we shared on today's live, just tell me which one do you agree with and which one do you disagree with. and I will appreciate to engage with you, you know, and it will be kind of cool, kind of awesome if you just say yes or no what the points that we have shared. So let me recap. Let me recap by just reading through. So we were covering 10 truths about money in romantic relationships. And truth number 1 we said was money reveals value. And that is, money will reveal if I'm a spendthrift, if I value stability or security. That was the first truth about money. The second truth about money was, in a romantic relationship, was financial transparency builds trust. So whatever that I'm doing with my money, I should be transparent to my partner. So he or she needs to know what I'm doing with the money, and also I need to know what he or she is doing with the money. That was point number 2 when it comes to money in romantic relationship. Truth number 3 is love alone doesn't solve money problems. That point was, we cannot get in a relationship, we cannot be a couple if our finances are in, our finances are not well, because we are not going to eat love in the relationship. Love does not going to pay the bills when we live together under the same roof. So that was point number 3. Point number 4 was shared goals strengthen the relationship. And that was, if we plan together on a goal to buy a car, maybe to build a house, or maybe to buy a land, if we share those kind of goals together, then that means we will have control of our finances, and we will have the same approach when it comes to achieving the goal. So it will strengthen our relationship because we share common goals in our relationship. The 5th point here is financial power imbalance can affect respect. So if the girl earns more than me, or maybe I earn more than the girl, disrespect may occur. But mostly I've said it can occur if the lady is the one that earns more than the gentleman. Yeah, because normally in our society, men are the ones that normally earn more than the ladies. So you can, if you disagree, you can just say it in the comment section. Let's go to the 6th point. The 6th point was spending habits matter more than income. So I said 2 couples who have good jobs, they earn good money, and they are spendthrifts. Sorry, my English is bad. They are spendthrifts. That means their relationship may have problems because they don't know how to control their finances. But 2 couples who they have low incomes, they don't have good jobs, and they know how to control their finances. That means their relationship will be peaceful and they'll be better compared to those couples that earn more money. That was point number 6. Point number 7 was financial compatibility is important. So first of all, before we get into a relationship, and maybe we are dating, we need to see if my financial situation is compatible with your financial situation. Okay, so we need to have a balance. That was the whole point there. Another point number 9. Point number 8 was support during financial struggles builds stronger love. That is, when your partner loses the job, or maybe your partner gets into an accident, if you show up for them, if you care for them, if you take care of everything when they are not able to take care of the finances, then that will make your love to be stronger. And then the 9th point here is money should serve the relationship, not to control it. On that point, I said maybe if you moved in too quickly with someone, that means they will use your money to control. They will use their money to control the relationship because you didn't have those things that are normally in dating process. So you didn't communicate, you didn't share, you didn't know the common values that you may share. So their money will not serve the relationship, their money will control the relationship. And then lastly, point number 10, we said was money conflicts are often about emotions. So we cannot have money conflicts. The conflicts normally results from the emotions that we feel. If I know that you spend money recklessly, then That's where the conflicts may arise, because I'm feeling it. I'm not, I don't have conflicts about your money, no, but I feel when you're going to spend your money recklessly and we are going to live under the same roof, because it is going to affect us together, and it is your problem. Again, when maybe I fear that the landlord may come and lock the door, that is a fear. That is not a money problem. That is the fear that the landlord is going to lock the door. So the conflict that I'm going to have with my partner is not about the money that needs to pay the rent. No, the problem may be the fear of the person coming and knocking the door. And those are the 10. Those are the 10 10 truths about money in a romantic relationship. So for those that are still joining, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. If you've missed the entire video, just scroll back and watch the entire video. And again, I'm going to post this video on my YouTube channel for those that have missed the live, and I'll appreciate it if you share your opinion on the points that we have talked about today. And I'll be happy to respond to you, or I'll be happy to have a chat with you. And that's all for today's live. Thank you so much for watching. I said we were going live for 20 to 25 minutes, but it's already 31 minutes. So I've passed my what? I've passed the time that I had set. So I'm going to end the live right now. Please subscribe. Just subscribe so that you don't miss the next time we are going live. Comment, share, like, and I'll appreciate it. And that's all for today's video. Let me end the live right now. Thank you so much for those that have joined. Thank you for Mary. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Gustav, for engaging with me on this live. I've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next live. Peace. Bye.